Hello and welcome to the Daily Spirit of the Soul show. Well, a couple days a week, usually Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesdays as well. It's Power Coach Alicia here. Today, we are talking all about the 6 life-changing stages of a spiritual awakening and you identifying which one of these stages you are in. With the work that I do in teaching you how to go from burnout to recharged in 30 days or less, it's important to be able to identify what stage you're in your progress, what is going on, and where you really need to focus in and do that transformational work. Okay. If you don't know who I am, I'm Power Coach Alicia, soul healer, author, and speaker, and I specialize in helping you go from burnout to recharged in 30 days or less. And one of the most powerful ways that I do that is by helping you get clear on what is going on in you. So instead of feeling like, I don't know, this just happened, I can't really figure it out, I feel confused, I feel disconnected from myself, but nothing's really going on, like this back and forth kind of battle that goes on inside of you. This is to help you get this clarity. And you're going to find with the Daily Spirit of the Soul show that I'm going to be tightening these up with these clarities. And so generally in each one of these sessions, there will be a quiz that you can get access to and take. Not every single day will there be a new quiz, right? There are going to end up being a total about 4 or 5 quizzes, and they will help direct you in what is going on inside of you and where you really need to focus. So today, though, I do have a brand new quiz that is all about where you're at in this soul growth, spiritual awakening journey. So, if you would like free access to this quiz as soon as it gets 100% completed, I want you to shout out soul in the comments. And when you go through this quiz, it's going to help you know where you specifically are in this process. Today, you might be able to identify it, or you might be a little bit confused on exactly where you are, and this quiz is going to help you with that. So if you want access to that, just type soul in the comments. This is a brand new quiz. So if you've done another one of mine, like that was the burnout quiz that helps you understand what your emotional capacity is, this is a different one. This one's all about your soul growth and your spiritual awakening. Like I said, all you do is shout out quiz in the comments. Okay. And then the other thing that I want to let you know is coming up on March 26th. Yes, that's a few weeks away, but you're going to want to get in now because you save the most money getting in now, is my spring clean and clear retreat. And this retreat is all about going from, or actually, it's all about decluttering the chaos in your life and creating a calm in all areas of your life. This retreat is so powerful because we're going through my clear process step by step. And I'm teaching you how to implement it right now into your life with what's going on in your life, with where you're at right now. And then from there, following up inside of my Soul Shift Healing membership, I'm going to teach you how to take the information that you got in that retreat and implement it daily in your life for the next 90 days, right? So every single quarter, we do a retreat that sets up your next quarter in your soul healing journey. So if you want access to this retreat, it's $33.33 right now on the early bird. If you wait, it will end up being $333. So all you need to do is type clear in the comments and I will get you access to sign up for this retreat as soon as we get off here. I'll just send you a message with the link. So again, just type clear in the comments. If you are a Soul Shift Healing member, then you get a massive discount on this retreat. So you again will type clear as well, and I will get you your special link for that. All right. So in jumping into the 6 life-changing stages of spiritual awakening and doing your best to figure out which one you are in, we are going to jump into these stages. Okay. So, hi, Joanne. Welcome. Yay. I'm so happy you're here. One thing that I forgot to do is pull up my 2 Facebook screens so I can see when you guys are commenting and hanging out, because StreamYard doesn't like to show that without you taking some extra action. So let me just pull these up. So if you're watching this on my personal profile, I can see your comments, or inside of the Facebook group. If you haven't allowed StreamYard access, I can see who you are as well. All right. So got my profile pulled up here. Woot, woot, woot. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving this new overlay too. Get that attention in the news feed. Yes, indeed. All right. So each time I give you the stage, I want you to write the name of that stage. Okay. So stage number 1 is the pressure slash jolt. Okay. Pressure slash jolt. Okay. So this is stage number 1. So go ahead and shout out pressure slash jolt in the comments. Okay. So whether you're live with me or you are on replay, I want you interacting as if you are here live with me. So if you are live, you're going to drop hashtag live party. If you're on replay, you're going to drop hashtag after party. And then you're going to engage with me throughout this entire session so that you retain the information that I'm giving you. Okay. So pressure slash jolt is stage number 1. All right. And this is where there is a lot of chaos going on. Right. That's why we have this spring clean and clear retreat coming up, right? Decluttering the chaos in your life. There's a lot of chaos going on. You're being pulled in a million different directions. It feels extremely overwhelming. You don't know whether you're coming, you're going, you're up or down, you're here or there. And you have so much that is being demanded of you and that you're demanding of yourself. And it's brought you to a head. So this could be an emotional collapse, a physical collapse, okay? Or a collapse of a marriage, right? Or a very significant relationship in your life. So there is a collapse in stage 1. And that jolt is to wake you the fuck up because you need to make different decisions. Ooh, let me check and make sure my audio is good. Got my profile pulled up. All right, fantastic. Had to double check on that. You never know. So it's an something that happens that creates a jolt where your spiritual awakening starts. All right. This is also, and these are the first 3 stages, are danger zones in if maybe there hasn't been a collapse, but there's a lot of chaos. This is a danger zone of a collapse. So if you catch it here, this is so important because you will be able to stop the collapse from happening. So it starts in chaos and it ends up in a collapse. If you catch it in chaos, it's the best thing because then you don't collapse, but you are in a danger zone of something happened that collapses you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and that's where the awakening comes up. Okay. So in stage 1, it's paying attention and or realizing that with the chaos that is going on, something must change. Okay. So that is stage 1. Stage 2 is your hope. And stage 2 is hope slash awareness. Okay. And in stage 2, once you go from stage 1 and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel this, this pressure, this jolt coming up. And I want you to shout that out in the comments. Hope slash awareness is stage 2. Okay. Stage 1 was pressure, jolt. There's a jolt that happens. There's pressure that happens. And with that jolt or that pressure could be that chaos or the collapse. In stage 2, we have hope slash awareness. So you've realized that you have to make the change in stage 1. You're moving forward with that. You're stepping into action. And so with that, you have hope that things are going to shift for you, that things are going to get better. And there's this awareness, and it's so prevalent that you realize you can't go backwards. Like now is the time. I must do this. The change has to be made because I can't live like this any longer. That's the awareness and the hope. Hopefully the hope is there that whatever path, book, therapist, coach, podcast, course, program is going to help you get there, right? So that's that hope that you have the tools in order to get to where you want to be. But the awareness is no matter what, you've got to do something different. Okay. So in hope though, or in stage 2, there's that pressure. There's pressure that's coming along with this because now that you have the awareness that you can't live here and that something must change, and potentially you have the hope because you have the tools that will help you get there. Now there's the pressure to take action. So yes, we have pressure and jolt in stage 1, right, as the main that gets you into the awareness and hope. But now you have the pressure of the action in stage 2. All right. Is this making sense? Shout out in the comments if this is making sense. Yes. Or if you have a question, ask that question or let me know where there may be some confusion or disconnection there. Please let me know right now how this is connecting with you. All right. So stage number 3 is pain / uncomfortableness. Okay. So in stage 3 is the pain / the uncomfortableness, right? So in this stage is where you are diving deep and you are now starting to do the work to, first of all, acknowledge the pain, the trauma, the demons, the burdens, what's going on deep inside. And you're acknowledging that. At this stage, we're not sweeping it under the rug anymore. We're not shoving it into that box inside of us and ignoring it. We're not doing the therapeutic, learn to move forward, even though it's still there, like what happens in therapy. In this stage of your spiritual awakening and changing your life, you are fully aware. You are paying attention. You are connected to it. So I want you to shout in the comments, pain / uncomfortableness. Okay. So every single time I bring up one of these stages, I want you shouting them out in the comments. If I ask you a question, please respond. The more active you are, the more responsive you are, the more you're going to retain of this information that I'm giving you. Okay. So shout out pain in the comments, pain / uncomfortableness. So this is a great stage because you're getting to the place where true soul healing will happen. All right. The biggest challenge, though, in the pain / uncomfortableness, because you are in the stage of purging, you are in the stage of learning to listen to your ing, which is your inner nudge for good, over your ego, because it's so fucking uncomfortable. This is a stage where you can regress and go back to what feels comfortable. So something that I always say that I want to share is your ego equals uncomfortable. Ego equals uncomfortable, but it's also what you want. It's the transformation. Let's see. The result or the feeling. Let's see. Ego equals uncomfortable. It's the space in which you feel, you learn to live the way you want to feel. Okay. So when we talk about being uncomfortable in pain, this is a good thing. Okay. Because ego equals uncomfortable. And that's the space where you learn to live the way you want to feel, right? Day in and day out. I'm going to live the way that I want to feel. Oh, I wrote that wrong. Blah. Hold on. I wish I could freaking copy and paste that. That is actually ing. Let me rewrite that. Ing equals uncomfortable. And it's the space in which you learn to live the way you want to feel. Oh, I wrote Phil. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that this is clear. I don't want there to be any confusion. So your ing is uncomfortable, and that's the space in which you learn to live the way you want to feel, right? And your ego is actually comfortable. And this is the space in which you want to stop living because you don't want to feel this way. Okay? Pay attention to this. So, if stage 3, which remember, if you haven't shouted this out in the comments yet, shout out pain / uncomfortableness or pain / uncomfortable. Okay? That's stage 3. So, when you get to stage 3, you are doing the work to shift from being comfortable in the ego, which is the space in which you want to stop living because you don't want to feel this way, into learning to feeling uncomfortable and listening to your ing, because this is the space in which you learn to live the way that you want to feel. So if you're listening to yourself and you feel uncomfortable, and that's what you're paying attention to, you're going to quit. You're going to retreat. You're going to stop. You're going to not do because you feel uncomfortable. But if you remember that I said, ing is uncomfortable. Your inner nudge for good, when it's pushing you to the pain and the uncomfortableness, this is where you want to live, because this is where you learn to live in the way that you want to feel. So pay attention. When you're uncomfortable, you're in the right place when it feels like it's coming from your ing, which you'll know because it's a good uncomfortable. Like, I know that this is where I need to move. I know that this is where I need to stand. I know that this is where I need to live, but it feels hard. It feels uncomfortable. I've never lived this way. I wasn't taught this way. I wasn't raised this way. I've lived this way a long time. I've been in survival mode, and boom, you're in the right place, right? Now, your ego is comfort. So if you feel comfortable, but you're thinking, I hate feeling this way. Everything is in chaos. I'm disconnected from myself. I don't know what I want, where I'm going, how I feel, but it feels comfortable because you've lived this way for so long. You know you're in ego, you're in the wrong spot, and you're not going to actually stay in stage 3. You will regress to stage 1, where there's the pressure and waiting for the jolt and living in the chaos, and then the collapse needs to come. Does this make sense? Shout out in the comments if you're connecting with this, if this makes sense, and you're coming through with me in this process. Okay. I've never taught this in this systematic sort of way before, so I just want to make sure that you're receiving this. So I'm going to do a quick review. So stage 1 is where the pressure to move, to do, to be, to change, to shift, to live differently comes in. And there's usually this jolt from inside of you, or an external jolt or collapse that happens, right? Something that's like, hey, wake the fuck up because you wouldn't listen to me. Now I'm going to show you that you must do this. It could be in the form of cancer, someone dies, you get a divorce, you have a complete and emotional breakdown, right? Any of those things can be your jolt, your collapse, or it can just be living in constant chaos, all right? So stage 2 is that hope and that awareness, right? Because once you move from stage 1, you're like, okay, I'm aware of this. I must do this. There is no other choice. And you have this hope that you either find the tools or that the tools you have found will help you move, right? And in stage 3, it's pain and it's uncomfortableness. And remember, uncomfortable is ing movement. It's like, okay, I know I needed this, but I'm uncomfortable. I don't know how, blah, blah, blah. That's the space in which you learn to live the way you want to feel. Now, your ego feels comfortable, but it's the space in which you want to stop living because you don't want to feel this way. And I know it seems weird. You're like, I want to feel comfortable. I get that. But ing moves you in uncomfortability, and ego moves you in comfortability. So remember, that whole success is right outside your comfort zone. Soul healing, soul transformation, spiritual transformation is outside of that comfort zone as well. So it doesn't mean you won't feel comfort as you settle into this new version, because you will. You will feel comfort when it becomes your new comfortable, but then you move into uncomfortable again, because that's where growth happens. When you live forever, and comfort, complacency happens, and regression is what happens. Tony Robbins says, always, 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 always. He says, if you're not learning and growing, you're dying, right? So when it becomes comfortable, the universe will move situations, circumstances, people, places, and things into your space so it can become uncomfortable again, so you can grow again. You're always learning and growing. You're always shifting and moving. If you are not, you are going fucking backwards. And most of the time, that's why you're living in stage 1, because you're at the lowest you could be for transformation, because you'll move a little bit and go back. Quit, life happens, kids, this, that, move back, because that's where it's comfortable. And then you move forward and you start doing shit for yourself again. And then boom, life happens and you move back into that comfort, but where that ego is and where you don't want to be. Yeah? I want you to type boom in the comments if this is really fucking clicking for you. Okay? That's what I want. Boom in the comments if this is really clicking for you. All right, so now we move from stage 3 of pain and uncomfortableness into stage 4, which is flow slash ease. So shout that out in the comments now. Flow slash ease. Okay, that's what I want you to put in the comments. Now listen, if you have not taken this quiz, well, actually, you haven't taken it, right? Because I am just getting ready to create and complete this quiz that is all about soul growth and your spiritual awakening and journey and where you are on these stages. You need to shout out the word soul in the comments. It is a free quiz. It's going to tell you where you're at, what's going on. At the end, you're going to get your results. And then we are going to jump on a session and we're going to do your quiz results reviews. If you haven't done a session with me before, we'll do the review of your quiz results, look at where you are, and then move you to where you need to be. This is a beautiful way to figure out where you really are, because when you answer the questions, it's from introspection, so from inside out. And when you answer them at first gut reaction, it's the truth of where you are. The more you think, the more you analyze, you start to manipulate the results. But when you do it this way, it's fucking beautiful in where you become connected with yourself. It will take you 3 minutes or less. My quizzes are really fast. And then there will be a video at the end of it that kind of goes over your results and what's going on and the mindset behind them and all of those things. But it will be personalized to you and where you are at based on your score at the end of you taking this quiz. So all you need to do is shout out soul in the comments. And then the other thing that I have for you is my soul treat. It's called the Spring Clean and Clear Soul Treat. It's like a retreat for your soul happening on March 26th that is all about creating a calm in all areas of your life by cleaning and clearing all that no longer serves you. If you are a Soul Shift member, Soul Shift Healing member, you are getting a killer deal on this retreat. You just need to shout out clear in the comments. If you're not a Soul Shift healing member, that's okay. You are still getting a killer deal on this retreat for $33.33 at the time that I'm recording this. Now, this is an early bird pricing for both Soul Shift members and everyone else. This is early bird pricing. So you do not want to wait, because if you wait, this retreat will cost you $333. Okay. Right now it's $33.33. If you are not a Soul Shift Healing member, all you need to do is shout out clear in the comments and I will get you the link to get signed up for that. Okay. All right. Getting into stage number 4, flow and ease. Flow slash ease. If you will drop that in the comments for me. Now, in this stage, you're getting in a flow. Things are starting to feel more normal. Things are starting to feel more connected, starting to feel more like you, right? Like the new you, the peaceful you, the soul aligned you, the way you show up for yourself and the actions that you're taking. So in this stage, you are allowing things to move and flow around you, and you're not interfering with manipulation and control. In this stage, you are telling yourself the truth, showing the fuck up. You have rearranged the energy that you're in, or I should say shifted to a higher level of energy that you're in. So people are moving around in your life. People are coming more into your quality world. Other people are stepping out of your quality world. You're meeting new people that really connect with who you are and where you're going and fill you up. And it feels so fucking good. This is where the consistency comes in, and where you're taking consistent soul actions for yourself. Now, the danger of this area. Okay, so the danger of stage 4 is complacency, in believing that you have arrived, you will stay here, and there's no going backwards. This is your new life. This is how you are now. So that is the danger of this stage, because this is the most pivotal point. Okay, this is the pivotal point in what you do with where you're at, because the tools that got you here will not get you there. So if you keep doing the same tools over and over, using the same tools over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? You get bored. You get complacent. You say, I don't really want to do that. And then boom, 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 you start going backwards. Okay. So here's the pivotal moment to step forward and make sure you are in a container that you are investing in on a regular basis. Generally, it's some sort of monthly membership that's giving you new tools, new perspectives, new angles, so that you can continue gaining new tools, new processes of doing things, so that you can continue learning, growing, and evolving. And that's why I created my Soul Shift Healing membership, because it's structured in such a way that it's not only phenomenal for stages 1, 2, and 3, but it's also very powerful in taking you into stages 4, 5, and 6 and keeping you there. So you're learning, growing, evolving, shifting, changing, and continuing that spiritual journey, your soul healing and alignment, because life is still always happening. Plus, it's like this maintenance program in how it's created and how it's structured. Okay. So that is stage number 4. Now, stage 5, which I want you to throw down in the comments, is where you protect your power. Okay. This is stage number 5. Stages 1 through 4 is you stepping into your power. Stage number 5 is where you are protecting your power. You have got to a point where you're clear on when people are zapping your power, where your energy leaks are, where you're getting fucked up, where you're getting taken off track. You're clear on that. So, and stage 5 is learning to protect that, so that way you can't be taken off in these different directions. Between stage 1 and 4, it's learning how you're being taken off in these different directions, how you're giving up on yourself, why you're stopping your soul healing, why you get derailed, why you end up, instead of learning and growing, you're just fucking getting complacent and sitting in these same energies, right? The why is stage 1 through 4. Now in stage 5, we protect that. We protect that at all costs. This is where you're really, really powerful in your strong boundaries. You know what they are, and enforcing your strong boundaries without people pleasing, without the guilt. That's there, right? So in this energy, we aren't feeling sorry and bad and regressing and editing when we have people that show up in our life that doesn't match our energy, that doesn't match how we operate, that takes away from our standards and our boundaries. We can clearly see that, and then we never bring them into our quality worlds. We keep that power protected. We're also very clear on how to manage our own emotions, our self-awareness, our emotional intelligence, so that when people attempt to put stuff on us, we're able to push that back and say, that is actually not my burden to bear. I own this, or this is mine, but that is not mine. So I will not take that on my own. And I just give that back to you for whatever you want to deal with. Here we have the power to do that. So therefore, we are not getting depleted. We aren't getting taken off track. We're not getting derailed. Okay. But if we do get derailed at stage 5, we know how to get back on track so fucking fast, because remember, we're in that maintenance container, some sort of membership, some sort of monthly thing where we're showing up, where we're continuing to learn, where we're continuing to grow, where we're continuing to get new tools, so we don't have that complacency and we can keep evolving, right? And then we have stage 6. And stage 6 is where you live at peak personal power. Okay. Stage 6. Shout it out in the comments. Live at peak personal power. That is what you're doing right here. I didn't spell that right, but it's fine. Okay. That's what you're doing here. You 7 out of 10 times are at peak personal power. Not even stepping on a Lego or stubbing your toe can take you off this track. This is where you are thriving the most. You are living the most. You are still learning and growing. You are still healing your soul. Life is still happening, right? People are dying. People are coming into your life. People are leaving your life. You're getting married. You're getting divorced. Kids are growing up and getting older. Babies are being born. There's so many things that can happen. Even if you live at peak personal power, you are still utilizing the tools and the maintenance so that you don't regress, so that you're not dying, okay? Because you can live dead. That's stage 1. That's stage 2. By the time you get to stage 3, you're more thriving, right? You're stepping into thriving, I should say. In stage 3, it's the question of if you are accepting the uncomfortableness in stage 3, or if you're succumbing to the ego's comfortability, right? So depending on what you choose in stage 3, if you are accepting and welcoming the uncomfortability of the ing, then great. Then now you're moving forward, right? Now you're moving through. But if you're not, this is where you end up going backwards, right? Then you get into that flow and that ease. And this is where complacency can creep up and you can get really fucked up here. But if you don't allow complacency to creep up and think, oh, I don't have to do that, you keep learning new tools so that you don't get bored and so you can keep moving, not just doing the same things day in and day out. Because remember, at stage 4, this is where you realize what got you here won't get you there. Okay. And then stage 5 is just the consistent actions of protecting the power, protecting the power, protecting the power. That's in circumstances, that's in places, that's with people, that's with things. You're learning how to continue to protect, or maybe not even continue to protect, but you're learning how to protect that power so nobody is stealing that from you, so that you're not looking around going, what the fuck just happened? How did that get taken from me? You know, and you're just then going to live at peak personal power, because the entire point of the 6 life-changing stages of the spiritual awakening is to learn how to live here 7 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 days. You're living at peak personal power. And why we do it at a 7 out of 10? Because fuck, life happens, right? So we're not looking for a 10 out of 10. We're not looking at 10 days that it's just, but if you can live at peak 7 out of 10 days, you have literally mastered your spirituality, your soul alignment, and that connection with yourself and the people around you. But just because you mastered it doesn't mean you still don't need that repetition to keep it, right? Because without consistent action forward, you automatically go backwards no matter what stage you are in. So that's what I have for you today on the 6 life-changing stages of your spiritual awakening. And like I said, if you want that quiz, I would love to have you take this quiz, really see right where you are. All you need to do is comment soul for access to that. And if you want to learn how to create a calm in all areas of your life by cleaning and clearing what no longer serves you, type clear and I'll get you the link for my upcoming Spring Clean and Clear retreat that's happening on March 26th. Remember, it's on early bird special right now for everyone. So if you wait, you're going to end up paying $333. You might as well get in now. You'll have lifetime access forever, no matter what price you pay. So get in now so you have lifetime access to this. Remember to say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. It is always about progress, not perfection. And why did I fucking forget what my damn sign off is? It's always about progress, not perfection. Give yourself way more grace than you give everyone else, because the world needs who you are made to be. So show up every single fucking day as the badass you are and slay. I'm Power Coach Alicia, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.